Pamoja Tutashenda, brothers and sisters. Together, we will win. Today, Visions of Our People brings you another milestone in African history as we present to you part 3 of a sermon by Jaramogi Abebe Ageyman, also known as Reverend Albert B. Cleage Jr., founder of the Shrines of the Black Madonna of the Pan-African Orthodox Christian Church and author of The Black Messiah and Black Christian Nationalism. This sermon, entitled How Do We Understand the Bible?, was preached by Jaramogi at Shrine of the Black Madonna No. 1 in Detroit, Michigan in the spring of 1968, almost a year after the 1967 rebellion. And in honor of Jaramogi's upcoming 108th birthday on June 13th, here's part 3 of his sermon entitled, How Do We Understand the Bible?
A little bunch of people in Vietnam who believe that things could be changed are changing things. They got this great, big, powerful, imperialist nation on its knees. They believe that something could be done, and they've been doing it day after day after day. That's a part of the situation. He doesn't know what to do because they're there biting at him every minute. He can't really devote full time to us because he's got them on his back. That's a part of the situation. We don't have to sit around and moan about Vietnam. That's it. That's a part of the situation that makes it possible for us to do some of the things that have to be done. And he's falling to pieces here at home. Just that little poor people's march going into Washington has got him so upset, he doesn't know what to do with it. He's falling to pieces everywhere. The poverty program is falling to pieces. All his urban machinery is falling to pieces. He doesn't know what to do at home. He doesn't know what to do abroad. In this kind of chaos, we ought to be able to develop some kind of meaningful program to get some of the things that we want. That's what Jesus meant. He said the kingdom is at hand. He didn't have anything, but he saw that everything around him was falling to pieces. And in this kind of a situation, if I can bring black people together, they can get some of the things that they want. The kingdom is at hand. So he called his disciples, set up his movement. It was beautiful. Not that they had any tremendous organization or resources, but they were a group who believed that something could be done. This expectation is something we don't think too much about. You yourself probably never stop to figure, do you really think that something can be done? Do you have expectations? You don't think about it too much, you just go along. But this, whether or not you expect something to happen, whether you feel that you can help make something happen, is the thing that decides your whole life. Now, most black children in school, in white folks' schools, don't have any expectation that they're going to learn anything. Or if they do learn anything, that it's going to make any difference. So that's why in schools, black children's achievement is 3, 4, 5 grades below grade level and 50% drop out between the 7th and the 12th grade. There's no expectation. Why should they go there and work and try to learn, put up with all the indignities that these white people put on them when they don't expect that they're going to learn anything in the first place because they didn't learn anything way back there and all the way up they've been not learning anything? Why should they think all of a sudden they're going to start learning something? And then if they do, they look around and say, if I do learn anything, what am I going to do with it? No expectation. That's why it's so important. You didn't do anything except for the fact that you began to believe that something could be done, even in your individual life. I've seen people working that make a good salary, but don't expect that anything can be done. They don't do anything. They just throw it away. They don't get a house. They don't get anything. I'm talking about even on an individual basis. The only difference between two, one's got a house, lives nicely, sends his children to school, one's got the same job, doesn't do anything. One expects that he can do something, and the other doesn't. Expectation is important. It determines what we're going to do, what we can do. And that's the big difference in people. Some people feel that they can change conditions, and some feel that they're just drifting, that conditions are going to determine what happens to them. They don't expect that anything will really happen, no matter what they do. They feel helpless and powerless. Now, in Jesus' day, the people who came to follow him expected something to happen. That's why it was a vital movement. People came to follow Jesus because they expected that something would happen. He had that ability to make people feel that, to change them. That's what it was. They were changed. They followed him. Thousands came and listened. He made them feel that something could be done, that conditions could be changed, that a nation could be reborn, that black people could have power. He made them feel that, and that's why the ministry of Jesus is so important, that even the whole world dates time in terms of before Jesus and after Jesus. He made people believe that something could be done. There's a difference between an institution and a movement. And our churches, for the most part, have become institutions. Now, an institution, people in an institution, they don't expect anything to change. An institution becomes a personality of itself. All it wants to do is to exist. Now, if you're a part of an institution, you don't try to change anything. You try to keep everything from changing. Because all you want to do is keep your institution alive. Now, when you're in a movement, you don't get tied down. You're trying to do something. You want to change everything. That's why it's a movement, because it's going someplace. You know, there's a great weakness that we have, though. We institutionalize anything in a minute. You can get together a little club, they meet 2 times, and the third meeting they want to elect officers. You know, adopt a constitution. We want to institutionalize it. Had a good time twice, now we're going to make an institution out of it. There's a basic difference then between an institution and a movement. Jesus was primarily dealing with a movement. He called people who wanted to do something, and he asked their commitment to the thing which they were trying to do. Not to the institution, not to the synagogue or to the temple, but to the things that they were trying to do. People who come into the churches in America, black churches as well as white, are coming into institutions for the most part. That's why they don't expect anything to happen. They just expect the institution to go on, that's all. A place to be buried from, a place to be married in, a place to have children baptized. That's the institution. Somebody who's there to do the little things that, you know, are necessary from time to time. But that's certainly not a movement. Now that's why so many people have left the organized, institutionalized church. Because in today's world, the individuals who want to change things are not looking for an institution, but for a movement. And if they wander into this institution and that institution, they're not satisfied because all the emphasis is on just maintaining it. Not a program, not trying to do anything, not trying to change anything. Now the movement, you know, this black movement that we're a part of now, in the South, began following the Supreme Court decision, the Montgomery bus boycott, began as a movement. Young people came from all over the country to join a movement. They expected to be able to end segregation. Now that's a movement because they were trying to do something. They weren't trying to build SNCC or trying to build poor. They didn't care about the organization. They wanted to end segregation. They wanted to build a kind of world in which black people could be free, in which black people could have justice, in which black people could have power. So they were concerned with building a movement. They expected to be able to change the South and ultimately the world. The Freedom Rides, nothing institutionalized about those. They got on there to test something, to prove something, to change something. And they didn't care what happened, but but they didn't know what they were trying to do. They had a definite objective. We are going to change the whole bus transportation in the South. No longer are black people going to have to ride in the back of a bus. Now that's a positive objective. They say that's a very limited objective. It was limited, but they knew what they were trying to do, and they did it. They came from everywhere, and they did it. That thing that they were trying to do, they did. Now you can ride anywhere on buses, airplanes, streetcars, trains, anything in the South. They went down because they believed something could be done. They worked on it, they sacrificed, and they did it. The same thing with the Syrians. They came from everywhere. Now you say, they wanted to do something. They believe that it's possible for us to end segregation in all these lunch counters and restrooms and all that. We'll end that. They knew. They put it right on the wall. This is what we're trying to do. They sacrificed for it, they worked for it, and they did it. You can eat anywhere in the South now. You can eat in the South anywhere better than you can eat anywhere in Detroit. They ended it. The mass demonstration, they were getting vague then, because it wasn't specific. People participated, thousands of people marched, but it's almost then the movement was becoming institutionalized, because nobody knew exactly what the demonstration was supposed to do. And then Dr. King started talking about redeeming white folks, redemptive suffering. The movement now is clear out of kilter. I'm not speaking ill of the dead. I'm just saying that at that point, we didn't know what we were doing. In Albany, Georgia, thousands of people went out and marched because he said march. But what was going to happen? They're going to set up a committee. Now that's not changing anything. Greenwood, Mississippi, Birmingham, the objectives had gotten fuzzy. With the freedom rides, the kids knew exactly what they were riding for. When they got hit over the head, they knew exactly what they were suffering for. In Montgomery, Alabama, when the people marched, walked, instead of riding the bus, they knew exactly what they were walking for. What were they doing in Birmingham? They didn't know. Just a general, vague protest. You get right down to they were telling white folks we don't like conditions. White folks knew we didn't like them all the time. We didn't need the protest to prove that. The whole thing is getting vague and people are beginning to feel like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't understand what the purpose is. I don't feel like I'm changing anything anymore. And that's when the whole movement began to crumble and break apart.
Brothers and sisters, you have been listening to part 3 of a sermon by Jaramogi Abebe Ageyman, also known as Reverend Albert B. Cleage Jr., founder of the Shrines of the Black Madonna of the Pan-African Orthodox Christian Church and author of The Black Messiah and Black Christian Nationalism. This sermon entitled, How Do We Understand the Bible? Join us again for part 4 of a 4-part series on Visions of Our People. Brothers and sisters, if you'd like to support the ministry and revolutionary Pan-African Orthodox Christian Church movement, visit the church website at www.shrinesoftheblackmadonna.org and click on the Donate Now button. You're also invited to join one of the revolutionary, spiritual, and inspiring live stream services on Sundays by clicking on the Detroit, Atlanta, or Houston tabs to worship with us. Because nothing is more sacred than the liberation of black people.